All right, good morning, everybody. What's going on? It's Friday, April 4th. I don't have to go to work again today, which is great. Get to sit down here and fuck around with these. Again, you can see the soil. Same old story as every single day. They are totally dry. Look, you can even see. This is how I usually tell. If I can easily just kind of shake the pot like that, they need some water. So I'm going to go ahead and feed them some FOOP like I always do. Show you kind of the basics of what I'm doing. I don't have to show you the whole process of watering, but I use the watering wand straight from that Home Depot bucket right there. And then the hose goes along the floor right here, and then it goes right into the tent, right into the pots. So I'll water a little bit. I'll show you a little bit of the process just in case you want to see it. And then I will give you a little overview of what's happening right after I'm done. But they're looking healthy. This right here, this cluster right here is fucking crazy. Look at that. They get taller every single day. They do. And now you can tell the leaves are starting to get the trichomes all over them, you see? Let's just look at this leaf right there. Look at that leaf. Beautiful. Looking good. All right, so I totally forgot to mix up the FOOP last night. So I'm gonna just show you real quick what I'm doing here. Bloom 1 and 2. So bloom 1 and 2. And then the sweetener, which you also use for in veg, but this is for both. That's why I have so much of this, because you literally go through this very quickly. So I'm gonna just show you how I mix it up real quick. Nothing exciting, but just in case anybody actually, wants to see it. I wear this headlight too. This thing is actually probably one of the best things that I've ever purchased. Just because, I can see in the dark, basically. I don't have to use my hands. It's wonderful. So I'm only going to be measuring 40 milliliters, as you can see. So 40 is going right in. That's bloom 1. Bloom 2. Shake it up a little bit. FOOP is the only downside about FOOP is it can be a little bit messy. It can be a little bit messy. It can get on your hands, on the floor, but whatever. Just have a towel around, you'll be fine. Bloom 2, so I put 40 in there. Sweetener, shake it up. This one is brand new. I just opened it yesterday. Gonna do 40 as well of the sweetener, as you see. Going into the bucket. Just rinse it out real quick. Top back on it. There we go. Clean up my floor. Clean up my little syringe here. And then that's it. So look, we got sweetener in there. We got the bloom 1. And then we got the bloom 2. So we are all set to go. I usually do this the night before just to kind of let it kind of bubble in there, but I forgot to do it last night. So I'm going to do it right now. All right, so here we go. Same old situation as every single day. Watering wands, pots. Here we go. Again, the soil is entirely dried out, and I saturate this. You watch me do it. I saturate it every single day. So that just goes to show that these plants are drinking so much of this, and they just can't get enough. So again, this is like I highly recommend FOOP. I really do. I'm not paid by them. I'm not sponsored by them. Nothing like that. They have sent me a couple of stickers and t-shirts and all that other shit, but I don't get free shit from them to like promote their product. It's a very good product. It doesn't need some paid person to just kind of like go and pump their shit, because it's good. and it's a quality product. You know, it's specifically made for cannabis plants. If you go onto the website, they have 2 different lines. There's one that's called, I think it's called Newts. The Newts is for cannabis. The garden fertilizer is for like regular, you know, tomatoes and stuff like that you have outside. So there's a difference. The Newts are specifically made for cannabis, and it definitely shows. They definitely listen, they got it right down to a fucking science, because these plants love this shit. And you know, this is why I bought so much of it, to just have on stash. So I'm going to go through and water all these. I'm not going to show you the entire process because it's the same thing every single day, but I will show you what the plants look like real quick. And that's it. So I'm going to just show you what it looks like after, rather than show you my entire watering process. All right, so I'm just going through here. I'm not finished watering yet, but just wanted to, you know, I just was looking at this tag, so I figured I would show you guys this tag. This is on the very end here, is one of the Blue Mystics. 117 is when it went into its final container. So January 17th is when this whole thing started. And look, as you can see, I've saturated the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've done these 5, and now I'm gonna move towards the dynamite diesels, which are in the back. 1, 2, 3. There's 3 5-gallon pots back there. So I kind of have to reach underneath the trellis and get the watering wand in there. But I'm gonna go ahead and do it, and then I will show you what it's looking like after. I'm not going to show you the whole process because it's boring. It's the same thing every single day. But I'll show you what the soil looks like after I'm finished. All right, so I'm going to go through and just do a little tiny bit defoliation. Not much, but I like to kind of stand above the canopy. You know, stick my head in here. Show you what I'm talking about. So the space that's right here between the bottom of the light and this. So I just basically poke my head in here, and then I look down at the canopy. Let me show you what I'm talking about. You guys don't think I'm fucking crazy, which I probably am, but you know, it's okay. You know, crazy is okay. So I get right into this section here, and I'm underneath the light, cutting off leaves that I can see are blocking bud sight. So here's one. So I'm just gonna cut those ones off and throw them onto the ground, and then I'll give you a close-up as to what it looks like after. But this is the space that I go into right here. And then I'm looking down like this. So I'm looking through the light down to see what is being blocked, and then I cut those leaves out. So I want this to develop to the fullest of its potential, and I have the time today to go through and just kind of defoliate a little bit. So that's what I'll do, and then I'll show you how many leaves. So far, just one. Hey, all right, so I'm back. So I took off that many leaves. It's really not that much, but I also don't really want to take too much off here because this canopy is looking excellent, and I don't really want to mess that up. So here's the leaves that I took off. Here's what it's looking like now. Looks pretty much the same, but took a few leaves off. These are just the humidity sensors. So let me just put them back because they just kind of hang like that. It's important for any type of sensor that you have, humidity, temperature, whatever, to hang it like right at where the canopy level is, because you want the sensors to pick up what the temperature and the humidity is at the canopy level. I see a leaf in the back. See that leaf right there, that big leaf? I'm taking that shit off there. And then that's it for today. I added some more water to the bucket. No FOOP yet though. Just regular water, just gonna bubble it like that. I'll add the FOOP probably a little bit later today. But this grow is excellent. This is gonna be a fucking awesome harvest. Once I'm done harvesting, if anybody wants to try and guess what the weight is when it gets a little bit closer, that's cool. We can just fuck around, play a little bit of a game. Whatever. I'll give somebody seeds. I don't really give a shit. I really just appreciate everybody that likes, comments, subscribes. It really means a lot to me. Gives me motivation to just keep coming down here. And I'm still going to come down and garden regardless, just because I like it. But the fact that other people are following me and actually give a shit means a lot. So thank you to everybody who subscribed, liked, commented. I really, really appreciate it. And see you guys back over here for the 4x2 tomorrow. Check me later for the 2x2, probably tonight. Later.